Did you know that a single tourist dollar ripples through the US economy, supporting jobs far beyond the souvenir shop? But what happens when that dollar stops flowing? The landscape of American tourism has undergone a seismic shift. A perfect storm of economic pressures, changing travel habits post-pandemic, and new 2025 regulations have created a domino effect, and the fallout is shocking. Today, we're counting down the 7 U.S. industries collapsing as tourism declines. Stick around until the end, because the number 1 industry on this list, it's the hidden backbone of tourism, and its collapse will shock you. Before we dive in, if you're fascinated by how our economy is changing, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We break down complex topics like this every week, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Now, let's get into the list. Starting us off at number 7 is the rental car industry. This sector was already hammered during the pandemic, selling off huge chunks of their fleet to stay afloat. The expected rebound has been sluggish, to say the least. Why it's collapsing? With fewer international tourists, who are primary users of rental cars, companies like Hertz and Enterprise are seeing demand plummet. Furthermore, the rise of ride-sharing apps and a new trend towards micro-mobility solutions in major cities have provided cheaper, more convenient alternatives. The industry's pivot to electric vehicles has become a major financial burden. While a forward-thinking move, the infrastructure for charging isn't yet universal, leading to logistical nightmares and charging anxiety for customers, further driving them away. Major firms are reporting their lowest utilization rates in a decade. At number 6, we have casinos and gaming destinations. Places like Las Vegas and Atlantic City don't just rely on domestic visitors. High-rolling international tourists are their lifeblood. Why it's collapsing? Tighter visa regulations and a stronger US dollar have made trips to America prohibitively expensive for many international gamblers. Why fly to Vegas when Macau or Singapore is closer and cheaper? The loss of this premium demographic has left a massive hole in revenue. In a desperate bid to attract locals, casinos are slashing room rates and offering deep discounts on buffets and shows, effectively eroding their profit margins. The much-hyped, immersive VR gambling experiment in 2024 largely failed, as it couldn't replicate the social and luxurious atmosphere of a physical casino. Coming in at number 5 is an American staple: theme and amusement parks. While giants like Disney and Universal seem untouchable, they are feeling the pinch, and smaller regional parks are facing an existential crisis. The revenge travel boom is over. Families are now prioritizing essential spending over expensive park vacations. Soaring ticket prices, which have nearly doubled in a decade, combined with the cost of travel, food, and accommodation, have put the classic family trip to Orlando out of reach for many. The recent heatwaves and unpredictable weather patterns have led to more frequent operational disruptions, causing guest dissatisfaction and a spike in refund requests. Smaller parks, lacking the IP power of Disney's superheroes or Harry Potter, simply can't compete and are closing at an alarming rate. Number 4 might surprise you: retail and shopping destinations. Outlet malls and luxury shopping districts in places like New York and California have traditionally been pilgrimage sites for international shoppers. The shift to online shopping is the obvious culprit, but the decline in tourism is the knockout punch. Tourists, especially from Asia and the Middle East, were responsible for a huge percentage of luxury goods sales. Without them, store revenues have cratered. Why visit a physical Gucci store when you can get it tax-free and delivered to your door? The 2025 retail reset saw a record number of store closures in tourist-centric areas. To adapt, many brands are now focusing on experiential retail, where the store is an attraction itself. But this is a costly transformation that many retailers cannot afford. Cracking the top 3 is the airline industry. While international carriers are struggling, it's the domestic and regional U.S. airlines that are in freefall. Tourism is a layered cake. International tourists don't just fly to one city. They connect to regional hubs to see national parks, visit smaller cities, and explore. With that base layer of international traffic gone, the demand for these connecting flights has evaporated. It's no longer profitable to fly from, say, Denver to Jackson Hole with a half-empty plane. The summer of 2025 has been dubbed the Summer of Strandings. Several small regional airlines have abruptly ceased operations, canceling hundreds of flights and leaving passengers stranded. Major carriers have drastically reduced service to smaller airports, effectively cutting off many towns from the national air system. At number 2, the restaurant industry. This is the heart and soul of any city's culture, and it's breaking. Restaurants, especially in downtown cores and tourist hotspots, operate on razor-thin margins. They rely on a constant flow of customers. The decline in foot traffic from tourists has been catastrophic. A restaurant that once had a 2-hour wait on a Saturday night is now struggling to fill half its tables. This isn't just about fancy places. Food trucks, casual diners, and touristic traps are all suffering. The rising cost of ingredients in 2025 has been the final straw. Many iconic establishments that survived the pandemic have now shuttered for good. There's a notable trend towards ghost kitchens that only do delivery, but this eliminates the vibrant atmosphere that made these culinary destinations famous in the first place. And now, the number one industry on the brink, the one that will shock you, it's commercial real estate and hospitality development. You were probably expecting something more direct, like hotels, right? Well, hotels are just one piece of this. This collapse is much, much bigger. This industry is the hidden foundation. It's the developers who build the new hotels, the convention centers, the entertainment complexes, and the retail spaces that are all designed to attract tourists. Their business model is based on a future of endless growth and travel. Investors poured billions into projects based on pre-pandemic projections that will likely never return. The 2025 commercial real estate crash is directly linked to tourism. With hotels struggling for occupancy, they can't pay their mortgages. With retailers going bankrupt, they break their leases. This creates a tidal wave of loan defaults for banks. Major projects in cities like Nashville, Austin, and Miami have been halted indefinitely. This isn't just an industry collapse. It's a threat to the entire financial ecosystem that was built around the promise of tourism, potentially triggering a broader economic crisis. So, there you have it. From rental cars to the very buildings our cities are made of, the decline of tourism is creating a chain reaction that is reshaping the American economy. It's a story of adaptation, struggle, and a stark reminder of how interconnected our world truly is. What do you think? Did we miss an industry? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this informative, do us a huge favor. Give this video a thumbs up, and once again, subscribe to the channel for more content that explains what's really happening in our world. Thanks for watching.